Okay, we are in the I-Express senior category, What's the Good Verse? And we have our esteemed judge, Miss Shipra Sharan. Welcome, Miss. Okay, so let me introduce you to the participants for this event. Please turn on your camera, students. Yes, we have from Pegasus House, we have Amruta. Can you raise your hand, please? And we have Aditi as well from the Pegasus House. We have Alaika Bansal from the Phoenix House. Welcome, all three of you. It is now my pleasure to welcome our judge, Ms. Shipra. We would like to see you, please. Ms. Shipra? Okay, Ms. Shipra has... Students, please hold on for a minute, okay?
Am I audible?
Yes, Miss, yes. Okay, so it is our pleasure. It is our pleasure to have you, Ms. Shipra Sharan here. And Ms. Shipra is currently teaching at Deccan International School and has studied English, communication, and economics during her master's course. She is dedicated and student-focused teaching professional who is committed to providing a well-balanced, supportive, and engaging teaching environment for all our students. She works effectively as a member of a team to continually review and develop the highest quality of teaching and learning practice in her department. Students, there are a few guidelines. Please keep your mics muted and we will request you for when you can turn on your mics. And we wish you all the very best. And the scores for this event will be put up on the website at the end of it. Now, as you know, this is an individual participation event. There will be two rounds. Round one is the free verse, and round two is a ballet or a sonnet. So we will begin with round one. Round one is the students have written individual poems that display their writing process, development of ideas, word choice, and conventions. The order of the houses, we will go with the Pegasus house first. So I would like Amruta, if you can just be ready, please. Okay, Amruta, you have to your free verse right now. You can begin.
Yes, thank you, Miss. My poem is titled Split. We may be split by time, a war, a gorge, cut by a river, left to bleed alone. Yet the wounds that broke us, our difference, show both halves of the canyon, hewn in the same stone. We've grown apart, we've claimed our sides, our ships sail on unknown tides, but dock at any far wide shore to find your home past a new door. Were we night and day, I would still seek a thread between us to always keep, Athena's thread to cool my head when words of war turn wisdom red. Split apart by years of light, burning with the will to fight. To look at darkness is to see stars standing up against the night. Thank you.
Thank you, Amrita. That was so wonderful. We will go now on to Aditi.
Hello.
Yes, Aditi comes from the Pegasus house and you can begin here. Round one.
I have some background music to go with my poem, so can you please just let me know if it's audible?
Yeah.
Is the music audible?
No. Yeah.
Okay. So the title of my poem is Are We Born to Die? And, yeah.
Can you increase the volume of your music?
Of course, 1 second. Okay. I think you'll be able to hear it when it plays.
All right, go ahead.
Are we born to die? You don't play a song for it to end. You play it to admire its beautifully scripted lyrics and to move to its melody that you adore. You play it to enjoy every tone, every beat, and every chord. You play a song to scream it out loud until you can feel your throat go sore. You don't need a book to get to its ending. You read it to explore every emotion hidden deep inside you, to discover relationships and have a possible breakthrough, to find new comfort characters who you can always come back to. You read a book to meet the world, to see its beauties and its blues. Similarly, you aren't born just to die. You're born to travel and climb mountains and swim in rivers, to try and converse in foreign languages, and to taste new and different flavors. You're born to love. Love your father, love your mother. You're born to be part of a family that cares for one another. You're born to be a lover of someone who you get married to, someone who shares a room, kids, and dreams with you, a lover of someone who gives you butterflies, someone who your love for increases even after they die. To love a dog or perhaps a cat, or love a whole farm, there's so much love in you. There's no harm with sharing that. You're born to laugh until you hold your stomach. You're born to grow like a blooming flower. You're born to get your heart broken. You're born to make mistakes and learn from them. To fall repeatedly, but always, always get back up again. Yes, we are only mortal beings, getting closer to death second by second. And death may be a surprise, or death may beckon, but death will never be the finale. Who knows? Maybe there's more to us even after death. But until then, remember this till your last breath. We aren't born to die, we're born to live. Thank you.
Oh, that was so wonderful. That was really lovely. It's so nice to know that we are born to live. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Aditi. Okay, we now have from Pegasus House, we have Alaika. Yes, Alaika, please go ahead.
Yeah, so my name's Alaika and I'm from Phoenix House. My poem is titled Healing. At times, we all have bruises people can't see, ones that leave us hurting, ones that remind us why we are human. Clouds of despair hang over our heads, and thoughts take a hold of us like a vice. When you get bruises like these, look inside you and find the strength you need. Find it, for this strength will help you. Step forward and embrace your scars and smile. Smile over the bruises and dents, and smile over the thoughts that consume you. Smile over the critic and demon in your head. Speak kindly to your inner self. Silence the critique in your mind. Don't let the demon take a hold of you. Kill the chatter, bury the critic, and then write this in your head. I matter and I am free. For you are you, and no one can live the life you will. Remember to listen for the positive, the voice that helps you stand up high, the voice that tells you they care, the voice that tells you they want you around. And when you stand to take the leap, they're standing in the wings and saying, cheering you on and saying, we got you. Be humble, be adventurous, be happy. You are free and we will stand by your side. And when you've taken the leap, turn around and say, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for letting me feel. Thank you for setting me free. Thank you for connecting with me. I finally feel like me. Thank you.
Thank you, Alaika. That was beautiful to heal. It's a lovely poem, and this is the time, I guess, that we all require our healing. Okay, Miss Shipra, are you updated with the first round?
Yes, Mr. Anita, I am done. I have already marked the things also. So these are the three participants, right?
Yes,
Amrita,
Miss Shipra.
Aditi, and Alayka, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Aditi and Amrita is from Pegasus, and Alaika is from Phoenix.
Yes. So, according to here, Aditi stands first for the first round, and there's a tie between Alaika and Amrita, very close points, but a tie between both of them. Though I was very happy to hear Alaika after a long time. She has been my student in grade 8, now grown up, but again keeping up the poise. I was very much impressed the way Aditi, with great intonation and keeping in mind the every poise of the poetry, the way she recited it, with the little touch of the music behind that actually added up, which has given her that extra point, and she stands out amongst the rest. And of course, Amrita has also done a great job with the beauty of how she introduced the entire poetry, speaking with so much of confidence. So Aditi is at the first position, and followed by Alaika and then Amrita.
Thank you, Ms. Shipra. Okay, there's some more exciting things coming up. We will go on to round 2 now. And Amrita, if you can get ready.
Yes, Miss, could you allow me to
So
share?
this is round 2. Yeah, this is round 2. It's a ballet or a sonnet. Now the students have been given a topic to choose, which I'm sure you have. I need you to introduce the poet as well as the poem that you've chosen. And the added excitement in this is they're going to add music, instruments, or a costume. So yes, I like Amrita. You can begin.
Okay, I've chosen poem The World is Too Much with Us by William Wordsworth. And it's talking about how we have to understand the world around us and accept it. Okay. Is this audible?
Yes, yes.
A minute. The world is too much with us. Late and soon, getting and spending, we lay waste our powers. Little we see in nature that is ours. We have given our hearts away, a sordid boon, the sea that bears her bosom to the moon. The wind that will be howling at all hours, and are upgathered now like sleeping flowers. For this, for everything, we are out of tune. It moves us not. Great God, I'd rather be a pagan suckled in a creed outworn. So might I, standing on this pleasant lea, have glimpses that would make me less forlorn. Have a sight of Proteus rising from the sea, or hear old Triton blow his wreathed horn. Thank you.
Thank you, Amrita. Okay, can we have Aditi next? Aditi, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
So the poem I chose is titled "To Sleep" by William Wordsworth. I was contemplating if I should choose a Shakespeare poem or a Wordsworth poem, but the reason I dove into Wordsworth was because of how he defines poetry. He says poetry is the spontaneous overflow of powerful emotions recollected in tranquility. And that is something I strongly agree with. For example, right now when Alaika talked about healing, I could naturally feel her poetry healing me. So I believe poetry is something extremely powerful as well. A little bit about the poem I'm going to be reciting. The poem William Wordsworth is troubled by insomnia, and he's not able to sleep. He's not been able to sleep from the past 3 days, and tonight too is not different. And he tries to recall things which give him peace, which is nature. So he thinks of all the beautiful aspects in nature to soothe his mind, but yet he is quite troubled with finding sleep and peace. I've got an audio for this as well. Okay, so I will start reciting the poem. A flock of sheep that leisurely pass by, one after one. The sound of rain and bees murmuring. The fall of rivers, winds, and seas. Smooth fields, white sheets of water, and pure sky. I have thought of all by turns, and yet I lie, sleepless. And soon the small birds' melodies must hear, first uttered from my orchid trees. And the first cuckoos melancholy cry. Even thus, last night and 2 nights more, I lay and could not win thee sleep by any stealth. Without thee, what is all the morning's wealth? Come blessed barrier between day and day, dear mother of fresh thoughts and joyous health. Thank you. Miss, you're on mute.
Yes, Alaika, please go ahead. Thank you, Aditi.
All right, so I chose a Shakespeare sonnet, one of the many that he's written, and I went through a lot of Shakespeare's sonnets. He's written 154, but I decided to go with Sonnet 18. It's one of his very well-known sonnets in the literature world. But the reason I picked this one is because when you read Shakespeare's Sonnet 18, you can feel the love he had for his lover and how he wanted to make his lover's youth and her beauty and make them last longer and preserve it. So he's compiled it into this warm and pleasant poem or a sonnet about his lover, and he's titled it Sonnet 18. So I have some music as well. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often in his golden complexion dimmed. And every fair from every fair sometimes declines, by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou owest, nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to thine thou growest. So long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee. Thank you.
Thank you, Alaika. That also was beautiful. Ms. Shipra, you have the stage for yourself. Can you please give a few words of encouragement to our participants, please?
Certainly. See, children, poetry recitation, is actually an art. This is a skill that requires proper use of intonation, diction, pronunciation, which actually brings out the beauty of poetry composition. It can actually, what I feel is that it can actually be mastered by continuous practice. I'm sure the way you people have done a great job, the way you actually chose a particular piece of poetry and recited it so very beautifully today adds to a pat on your back. In fact, all of you have done a great job. Beautifully recited, and actually it added to a boring Saturday afternoon. And thank you so much for making it so very interesting and beautiful. The poise and elegance with which you all recited, it is amazing. And the best part, what I felt was that you all were enjoying it. While you were reciting the poetry, you were enjoying it. That's the best part. If you enjoy a piece of poetry or anything that you recite or anything that you speak, that adds to the charm, that adds to the beauty of the entire composition. Very wonderfully done, children. Way more to go. Excellent work.
Thank you, ma'am. And it was indeed a pleasure to have you with us and that you're taking your precious time and been with us at this event. Okay, thank you, students. The points for this second round will be under wraps and it will be obviously put up on the website at the end of the day. But I also we wish to thank you all for being here. Parents, we thank you for taking time to come and listen to our young eagles and encourage them this evening. We have truly enjoyed the event. Thank you very much. You can leave.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. God bless.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Hello, Miss Pratima. Event is over.
Yes.
Okay, madam. Event.
Ha.
Okay, madam.
I'm leaving.